with Peke and Cyanide after that win.
Thank you very much, D-Man. Guys, 6-0 winning streak right now, resembling some of the things you've done a little earlier before it went a little bit downhill. It seems like you absolutely found your form, and I think that's also reflected in maybe one particular pick, the Vayne for Reckless. When did you decide you wanted to go for that one?
It's just that they banned Lucian, so he wanted to play Vayne since the comp was good for it.
Well, go a little bit more in depth, because 280 carry ban is not something we see that often, and actually, it should have been a ban for a lot longer for teams to ban out that Lucian for Reckless. So where did you go from there building your comp?
Well, there are a lot of AD carries that are really strong right now. Like you can see, Lucian is really strong when it comes to skills. Corki is pretty much the same. And then you have other kind of AD carries, Caitlyn, Kog'Maw, that has a lot of damage. The thing is that Reckless plays Lucian so good that he always prefers to play it, but he can do as good on Vayne or on Corki or on Caitlyn or whatever. So I think other teams knew that it was no point to ban Lucian because he would play something else, and it's better to try to ban someone else. I don't know, they tried to ban me or Cyanide or so sometimes, but SK decided to try to ban Lucian, and they realized that it was not worth it anyways.
All right, Cyanide, tell me what you focused on going into the early game, because actually SK was not doing that bad in the early game, and you guys opted for the lane swap to make it safe for Reckless.
So yeah, we had a Vayne lane, so you normally have to lane swap in that case to get a Vayne a free lane. And well, I just tried to focus on not giving them the early dragons, and we managed to get some picks and let's just secure them all. So it went pretty well for us.
So Peke, you opted for that Ziggs. There were some minor changes to Ziggs in the recent patch. Not going for that Syndra, something you have been going for so many times before, so why is that?
I didn't know they changed anything on Thix, so I don't care. Oh. I don't care about Thix. I didn't even think I was gonna play him. We thought they were gonna ban him, and I was hoping that they ban him because I prefer to play other stuff, but they left it open, and I'm like, okay, let's go for Thix because Thix is a safe champion. You can play aggressive, you can play defensive, and let's say they had Thix this game, it would have taken 20 more minutes to finish, even if you have advantage. So we decided to go for it first, and then just pick the rest, because there was nothing there, no other position that we will get out of picks. We had 2 junglers, a lot of top laners, enough AD carries, enough supports.
One more thing about that Ziggs, because I was chatting to Aranea for a bit, and he was very angry with you because you already had the Rabadons and the Zhonya's, yet you still bought the needlessly large rod.
I had no money
and then
for
you
anything.
Sold it, and he was actually very angry with you. So explain.
Oh, because I had like 1,600 gold exactly, so I cannot buy a Void Staff already, I cannot buy Lich Bane, and I wanted a lot of AP. So I just bought the biggest item, and then I don't want to make a DFE because that's, I think, too troll. I would have made it, but I think it's too troll. So I just sold it to get the Lich Bane so we could push faster.
But he was quite angry with you nonetheless, and I feel that that's a sign that he still cares very much. Even if it seems that you guys will be winning games, he's still writing down every mistake. And we've asked a couple of players in the team already, Cyanide, what the effect has been from Aranea on the team. What has it been for you?
Of course, he can help me a lot since he's a jungler himself, so he gives me some tips or whatever, or he knows every time I do something wrong, which is really annoying because he always points it out, but I try to correct my mistakes the best I can.
Well, actually, to be honest, I found that in the recent weeks, it seems that you're always a very steady jungler, but in the recent weeks, it seems that you have found that synergy with the different players a lot more than you have before. You've gone in for those smite steals again. So what is it that has enabled you to step up in these last few weeks?
I think we are just all playing better, and then you can make like a lot of plays. Like now that the support is roaming a lot, I have good synergy with Yellow Star, and we can just coordinate all kinds of buff steals and stuff. So yeah, I think we just have a really good synergy from practicing a lot.
All right, taking a step back at the standings, Peke. In an interview in the beginning of the split, I believe you said, I think it's going to be Alliance, Gambit, and Fnatic that's going to be the top 3 going in the playoffs. Would you like to revise that that statement? How do you think things are going to go now?
The same thing. Gambit for life. Gambit! No, it's a bit sad, but I thought they would get back, you know? Like, kind of like us. Like, even if they didn't make it to the top, I thought they would get back on track and at least be a force to recon, but they didn't, and instead they changed players, and I think they're just going worse and worse, and I don't know. Yeah, I changed it, for sure. I'll put SK or Super Crew over Gambit, for sure now.
Oh, very interesting. Cyanide, what do you think? I mentioned for Super Hot Crew here by Peke.
I think us and Alliance, and then the third one is going to be difficult. Like
Rocket, yeah.
Rocket is playing really well, but yeah, it might be a bit hard for them to make it now. Well, in the playoffs, I think they have a chance to make it to the playoffs if they keep playing like this.
What's the chance that you guys will end up #1?
A lot of chance.
A lot of chance.
we are tied number 1, no?
Not yet.
Or 1 win behind.
Yeah, 1 win behind
It's
Alliance.
not
If you beat
too
them.
bad, I guess. They just have to keep losing.
All right, well.
If they keep losing, we can, for
Let's
sure.
stop it right here. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations on that 6-0 winning streak, and thank you very much. Let's flash back over to D-Man and Quickshot.